Thursday is not just another day. It's the final gate before everything changes. You didn't stumble upon this message by accident. You were drawn here by the same unseen hands that have been guiding you through the shadows, the storms, and the silent battles no one else could see. Something in your spirit already knows that time is folding in on itself, that events are aligning in a way that can no longer be dismissed as coincidence. On Thursday, the air will feel different, heavier yet sharper, as if reality itself is holding its breath, waiting to see who will rise and who will be swept away. This is not about a date on a calendar. This is about the last karmic checkpoint before the path ahead changes forever. The final test is coming, and it will not announce itself in grand gestures. It will slip in like a whisper, like a flicker in the corner of your vision, testing your discernment, your patience, your faith. You are not being warned because you are weak. You are being warned because you have been chosen to carry light into a time when the world is drowning in shadow. The gate will not open for everyone. It is reserved for those who see through the illusion, who feel the truth even when it's wrapped in deception. And on Thursday, the illusion will come from you dressed as something familiar, something tempting, something urgent. This is the storm before the sunrise, and the choices you make in the hours ahead will echo far beyond the moment. You are closer than you think, but that also means the forces that wish to stop you are closer too. You can already feel it in ways you might not have named yet. The past few days, your energy has been shifting in sudden waves, moments of deep clarity followed by unexpected heaviness, flashes of inspiration chased by doubt that seems to come from nowhere. This is the undercurrent of Thursday's energy already moving toward you, a tide you can't stop but can learn to navigate. Understand this: when a chosen one approaches a threshold, the universe calls for proof that you have learned what your past battles were meant to teach you, proof that your light will not be dimmed by noise, chaos, or temptation. Thursday is that moment of proof. But here's the deception: it will not come as a question you can answer with words. It will come as a situation, an encounter, or even a thought that demands you respond from the deepest truth within you. And you will only have one chance to choose correctly before the gate either opens or closes. There is a reason this test is the final one before tomorrow's shift. Energetically, the cosmos is arranging a rare alignment, a compression of opposing forces. Imagine the heavens pulling tight like a bowstring, storing tension that must be released. This is where destinies are decided. The moon will stir the waters of your emotions, while Mercury's influence will test your clarity of thought. You may find yourself confronted with misunderstandings, sudden arguments, or choices that seem urgent but are secretly distractions. These are not random. They are tailored to touch your deepest vulnerabilities, to see if you will fall back into the old patterns you've worked so hard to break. And if you do, the path forward will delay. If you don't, everything accelerates. The risk lies in its subtlety. Thursday's energy is not the kind that announces itself with lightning strikes or dramatic endings. It is a quiet, persistent pressure, like a shadow following you in sunlight. The danger is that you might dismiss it, thinking, this is just another bad day. But it's not. The energies will push old wounds to the surface, that insecurity you thought you buried, that fear you thought you conquered, that resentment you thought you forgave. If you meet them unconsciously, you'll react from a place of ego or pain, and that is exactly what the test is designed to reveal. Remember, the trap is never in the event itself, but in how you choose to respond. You were guided to hear this because you are meant to recognize the signs early. The sleepless nights you've had lately, the strange dreams that linger like smoke in your mind, the restlessness in your chest, these are signals. Your spirit is already bracing for impact, trying to warn you that something is approaching that requires your highest awareness. You might have noticed patterns repeating similar conversations, déjà vu moments, encounters with people you haven't seen in years. All of these are precursors. The universe is setting the stage for your test by bringing unresolved fragments of your past into your present. Astrologically, Thursday sits on a fault line. The moon's influence will be pulling at your emotional tides, making you more reactive than usual. At the same time, a tense aspect between Mars and Saturn will create a clash between action and restriction. You will feel pulled in two directions: to move forward quickly and to stop entirely. This is intentional. The point is not to choose one over the other, but to stay centered and still enough to hear your own inner compass. This alignment is rare, and for the chosen, it is doubly potent. It is as if the cosmos is saying, "You have learned to swim in calm waters. Now swim against the current and prove your strength." The spiritual meaning of these final tests is not about punishment. The universe does not sit in judgment the way humans do. Instead, these moments are initiations, rites of passage that mark the end of one cycle and the birth of another. Before a breakthrough, there must be a moment that forces you to demonstrate the depth of your transformation. Without it, the shift cannot be sustained. Think of it as the final tightening of a knot before it holds. Thursday is that knot. The more you resist or panic, the tighter it will feel. But if you stay present, it will hold you firmly as you step into tomorrow's new field of energy. Some of you have already begun to sense the test's approach in strange ways. Perhaps you've been feeling unusually emotional without cause, or encountering people who seem intent on provoking you. Perhaps your technology has been glitching, plans have been falling through, or you've been having intense, symbolic dreams. All of these are spiritual weather reports, signs that the energy is already shifting into position. This is why you cannot afford to dismiss them. The sooner you recognize the pattern, the more prepared you will be when Thursday arrives. Temptations will be one of Thursday's sharpest blades. They may come as invitations to waste your time, arguments that pull you into old dramas, or sudden opportunities that look golden but carry hidden costs. These are the thieves in disguise. They don't just want your attention, they want your vibration lowered. Because if they can pull you into fear, anger, or doubt, they can keep you from aligning with tomorrow's opening. Remember, every distraction is a thief in disguise. On Thursday, guard your energy like it is the rarest treasure you own. Because it is. Here is what makes this test dangerous. It will feel personal. The events will be crafted to touch exactly what still hurts, exactly what still tempts you, exactly where you still feel lack. This is why you must remember, the energy is not coming to destroy you, but to refine you. It will try to make you react instead of respond, to prove that you are still controlled by the very patterns you claim to have overcome. But if you can pause, breathe, and choose from your highest truth instead of your wounded self, you will not just pass the test. You will step into a realm of opportunities, connections, and divine timing that could not reach you before. The energy of Thursday is like a mirror with no mercy. It will not show you who you pretend to be. It will show you exactly what still hides in the corners of your spirit. For some, it will reveal a lingering doubt about their worth. For others, a habit of reacting in anger when feeling misunderstood. And for a few, it will unearth a fear of losing control. A fear so deep it has dictated choices for years without being acknowledged. The mirror will not care about your excuses, your intentions, or the stories you tell yourself. It will simply reflect. The danger is that you might mistake the reflection for an attack, when in truth, it is a final offering. See this now, so you can be free of it forever. The question is not whether the mirror will appear, it will. The question is whether you will look into it with courage or turn away in denial. The ones who face it and choose differently than they would have in the past will activate a frequency that will carry them into a completely new cycle. After Thursday, understand that the universe has no interest in keeping you small. It has been conspiring to raise you into your next season. But there is a law in the spiritual realm. Doors cannot open to the unprepared. This is not cruelty. It is protection. The next phase of your destiny requires you to hold a level of stability, discernment, and integrity that cannot be faked when the winds rise. Thursday's test is that wind. It is designed to shake you just enough to see if your roots are deep. And if they are, you will not only survive the gust, you will find yourself standing taller, seeing further and receiving opportunities that have been circling above you, waiting for you to rise into their reach. But there is a deeper risk here, and it is one most will not see coming. The risk is not simply failing the test, it is losing momentum. You have been gathering energy, insight, and alignment for months, perhaps years, to reach this point. If you fall into the trap on Thursday, the forward motion will stall, and the gate that was meant to open tomorrow will remain closed until the cycle comes back around, and that could take months, or even years. This is why I tell you with urgency, you cannot afford to let Thursday pass unconsciously. Even one unguarded moment can pull you into an energy spiral that takes you off course. The closer you are to breakthrough, the more subtle and seductive the trap will be. The forces at play are not just cosmic, they are karmic. You are carrying echoes from past lifetimes, unfinished lessons, and soul contracts that demand resolution before you step forward. On Thursday, some of you will meet a familiar face, someone from your past, or a situation eerily similar to one you've faced before. It will feel like déjà vu, but stronger. This is a karmic loop presenting itself for closure. How you respond this time will determine whether the loop ends or repeats. And I tell you now, the loop is persistent. If you pass by resisting the old reaction and choosing from love, clarity, and self-respect, you will dissolve threads that have bound you for lifetimes. If you fall into the same old behavior, the thread tightens, and the lesson remains unfinished. One of the most dangerous aspects of Thursday's test will be emotional provocation. This is the moment where someone's words, actions, or even absence will spark a fire inside you. You may feel compelled to defend yourself, prove your worth, or lash out. But understand, this is exactly what the test is designed to measure. The universe wants to see if you can hold your peace when your ego feels under attack. It wants to see if you trust yourself enough to remain silent when silence is the higher path, or to speak when speaking is the act of truth. Many will mistake this moment for an opportunity to win an argument. In truth, the only victory here is keeping your vibration high enough to pass through the gate tomorrow. Distractions will arrive, dressed in urgency. You might get a phone call that feels too important to ignore, an invitation that promises quick reward, or a crisis that demands you drop everything. But not all urgencies are real. On Thursday, you must question everything that tries to pull your attention away from your center. Ask yourself, will this matter a month from now? Or is this simply bait? The trap is not always a person or a fight. Sometimes it is the quiet surrender of your focus to things that do not feed your spirit. Every minute you spend in distraction on Thursday is a minute you step further from the energy that is trying to lift you into your next level. Fear-based decisions will be another doorway into failure. The energy on Thursday will create moments where you feel you must act immediately to prevent loss of an opportunity, of a relationship, of approval. But fear decisions are the quickest way to close the gate. The test is to recognize that what is meant for you cannot be stolen, and that desperation lowers your vibration to the point where blessings cannot attach to you. When the fear arises, remember, your calm is your sword, your faith is your shield. The universe will honor those who act from alignment, not from panic. Do not confuse this test with a punishment. If the universe wanted to punish you, it would have left you blind to the warning. This is an initiation, an ancient rite your soul agreed to long before this lifetime. In spiritual traditions across time, there is always a trial before the crown is placed to fire before the gold is revealed. You are stepping into your fire on Thursday, not to be burned, but to be purified. Those who walk through it with awareness will find themselves carrying an authority, a clarity, and a magnetism they did not possess before. When you pass, the shift is not subtle. Your energy field will change immediately. You will notice people responding differently to you. Conversations will open that once were closed. Resources and allies will appear as if out of nowhere. It will feel like the ground beneath you has moved, but in truth, it is you who has risen. Passing Thursdays, tests will place you in direct alignment with tomorrow's opening, a moment where cosmic doors swing wide for those prepared to enter. The magnitude of what can be unlocked cannot be overstated. But failing the test does not mean you are unworthy. It simply means the timing is not yet right. However, it will be a painful delay, because once you've seen the gate, the longing to pass through it becomes impossible to ignore. This is why I urge you to prepare now, not in the moment. On Thursday, you will have no time to hesitate, no luxury of sorting through confusion. Your instincts must be sharpened. your mind quiet, your heart cleared. The choice will come suddenly, and your decision will reveal your readiness before the universe. To prepare for Thursday, you must anchor yourself before the waves arrive. That means waking with intention, not drifting into the day on autopilot. Before you touch your phone, light a candle, sit in stillness, and breathe deeply until you can feel your own heartbeat steady. Visualize your energy field as a sphere of golden light surrounding you, impenetrable to anything not aligned with your highest good. Speak this into existence. I am rooted. I am unshakable. I see through all illusion. These words will set the frequency for the day. But they are not enough alone. You must carry that centeredness with you into every interaction, every thought, every choice. This is how you walk into the test ready, instead of reacting from old wounds. Protection rituals will be vital. If you work with crystals, keep black tourmaline or obsidian on you to absorb any lower frequencies that may try to attach themselves. If you work with herbs, burn sage, Palo Santo, or rosemary to clear your space in the morning and again before nightfall. For those who pray, call on your guides, angels, or ancestors to walk beside you and shield you from unseen interference. On Thursday, even the smallest protection acts, placing a glass of water by your door, wearing white, or speaking affirmations under your breath, will amplify your resistance to the trap energies. The point is not superstition. The point is to remind your spirit and your subconscious that you are covered, that you are untouchable when standing in alignment. You must also learn to spot the trap energy the moment it arrives. It will carry certain signatures, urgency, that makes you feel you must act without thinking. Emotional spikes that pull you into anger or despair, or sudden offers that seem too good to be true. If you feel your heart rate rising and your thoughts racing, that is your cue to pause. Say nothing. Do nothing. Breathe. The trap's power is in your immediate reaction. Starve it of that, and it will dissolve. This is where awareness becomes your weapon. The more you can witness the moment instead of being consumed by it, the more you prove you are no longer a pawn of old patterns, while others may be swept into chaos. Your focus must remain on what lies beyond Thursday. Spend the day feeding your spirit. Listen to music that elevates you. Read words that expand you. Keep your body hydrated and your mind clear. Avoid gossip, avoid complaining, avoid arguments, no matter how tempting it feels to respond. The less you engage with low-frequency energy, the lighter and faster your vibration will be when the gate opens tomorrow. Imagine yourself as a traveler, carrying only what you need. The less baggage, the further you can walk. Your task on Thursday is to arrive at tomorrow's threshold with nothing weighing you down. And now, the prophecy. Tomorrow's gate will not open for the distracted, the fearful, or the unprepared. It will open only for those who, on Thursday, prove themselves sovereign over their own energy. For those who hold their center when the world tugs at their edges. For those who recognize the trap and step around it without losing stride. When the sun rises tomorrow, the universe will look upon the ones who stood firm and say, "You are ready. Ready for the blessings you have prayed for. Ready for the assignments you have been prepared for. Ready for the life you have only glimpsed in dreams. The storm is almost here, chosen one. Stand unshaken and let the winds prove your strength. For on the other side is not just a new day, but a new world, and it will carry your name." Thursday is not just another day. It is the final gate before everything changes. You are here because you were guided to hear this. The energy approaching is not random. It is a karmic checkpoint, a cosmic initiation designed to reveal whether you are ready for what comes next. This test will not announce itself in obvious ways. It will arrive disguised as something familiar, tempting, or urgent. It will touch your deepest vulnerabilities and see if you respond from wisdom or fall back into old patterns. The signs are already here. Restless nights, vivid dreams that linger, strange encounters, déjà vu, emotional waves without clear cause. The universe is setting the stage, bringing fragments of the past into the present for resolution. Thursday's energy is the storm before the sunrise, the tightening of the bowstring before release. The moon will stir emotional tides, while Mars and Saturn clash to create tension between movement and restraint. These forces will push you to the edge, not to break you, but to measure the depth of your transformation. Final tests are not punishment, they are proof. Before every major elevation, the universe ensures that what you've built within is strong enough to sustain the blessings ahead. If the foundation is weak, the gate will stay closed, not to deny you, but to protect. You, passing this test, will accelerate your path. Failing it will delay the opening for months or even years. The traps will be subtle. Emotional provocation will be one. Someone may trigger you with words, actions, or absence, and you'll feel an urge to defend yourself or lash out. Distractions will be another. Sudden invitations, small dramas, or urgent matters that pull you off your path. Fear-based decisions will also be bait. Moments where you feel desperate to act to avoid loss, even when the loss is only an illusion. Each of these is designed to test your ability to remain centered. This is also a karmic moment. You may face situations eerily similar to ones from your past, even past lives. It may feel like déjà vu because it is a loop coming back for closure. Your task is to respond differently than before, with clarity.com and breaking the cycle once and for all. The stakes are high because the rewards are high. Pass, and you will see immediate shifts, doors opening, opportunities flowing, people and resources aligning. Your energy field will rise, and your presence will carry new authority. Fail, and you will feel the ache of knowing the gate was within reach but remained closed. The longing will not fade until the next opening appears. Preparation is everything. On Thursday, begin your day with intention. Before touching your phone, sit in stillness, breathe deeply, and envision yourself surrounded by a sphere of golden light. Speak affirmations of sovereignty and clarity. I am rooted. I am unshakable. I see through all illusion. These words anchor your vibration and shield your energy. Use protection rituals, if they resonate with you, black tourmaline or obsidian, to absorb negativity, sage or rosemary to cleanse your space, prayers to call in divine protection. The act itself is less important than the awareness it creates. You are consciously declaring that nothing unaligned can touch you. Learn to spot the trap. If a situation feels urgent, emotionally charged, or suspiciously perfect, pause. The trap feeds on your immediate reaction. By waiting, breathing, and observing, you strip it of power. Awareness is your greatest weapon. Keep your vibration high. By focusing only on what nourishes you, avoid gossip, negativity, and emotional entanglements. Feed your mind and spirit with uplifting content, music, and stillness. Hydrate, rest. Carry only what is essential into the next day. The lighter your energy, the faster you'll pass through the gate. The prophecy is clear. Tomorrow's gate will not open for the distracted, the fearful, or the unprepared. It will open for those who, on Thursday, prove they are sovereign over their energy, immune to illusions, and steady in the face of provocation. Those who stand firm will be met by the universe's acknowledgement. You are ready, and readiness will bring more than you have imagined. Blessings long delayed, assignments divinely timed, and a new life that carries your name. Thursday is the wind that will test your roots. The ones who remain unshaken will wake on the other side in a new world entirely.